with the Suglakhang monastery being a beautiful built structure. Namgyal monastery, located near the residence of the Dalai Lama in McLeodganj, Dharamshala, is a significant monastery that has preserved the traditions of the original Namgyal monastery near Lhasa, which was built by Gedun Gyatso, the second Dalai Lama, in the 16th century. When the first wave of Tibetan refugees arrived in exile, nearly 55 monks from the original Namgyal monastery also arrived in the McLeodganj, and with the guidance of the Dalai Lama have been able to maintain and preserve their religious, artistic and intellectual traditions since its establishment. One of the unique practices at Namgyal monastery is the daily philosophical debates that take place in the courtyard. Monks engage in lively debates following the traditional Indian Mahavihara style, where one monk poses philosophical questions to another who must rapidly defend his viewpoint. This practice is an important part of the monk's education and training in Buddhist philosophy, and it is usually followed in most monasteries. The daily routine of a monk at Namgyal monastery typically includes house of rituals, sacred arts, philosophy classes, debates, meditation and personal study. Monks also engage in meditation, retreats and receive training in various ritual activities such as making ritual cakes, constructing mandalas, performing sacred music and dance and other traditional Tibetan Buddhist rituals. The construction of sand mandalas, which is unique to the Indo-Tibetan Buddhist tradition, is also carried out by the monks of Namgyal monastery, and they have been created a sand mandal at the American Museum of Natural History in Newark during a 6-week demonstration that was witnessed by over 50,000 people. The surroundings of Namgyal monastery are also significant, with devotees walking clockwise circumambulation around the monastery while turning metal prayer wheels attached to the walls and practicing prostrations as a form of devotion. Another interesting aspect of visitors is the butter sculptures adorned on offering cakes called chodpa, which is a common practice among Himalayan and Tibetan communities. It is also common for families in these communities to encourage at least one child to join a monastery or nunnery, adding to the rich cultural and spiritual heritage of Namgyal monastery and Tibetan Buddhism in exile. So now we will know about Geden Choiling nunnery. This nunnery, located near the 14th Dalai Lama's residence, was founded by nuns who fled from Nechung Ri Vihara during the Cultural Revolution. This Gelugupa nunnery provides education in philosophy, meditation and spiritual practices, including Tibetan language and rituals, and engages in community service and spiritual ceremonies. It is a vital institution for preserving Tibetan culture and Buddhism. Welcoming visitors interested in learning about Tibetan Buddhism and its rich heritage. Not far away from this nunnery is another nunnery named Dolma Ling Nunnery and Institute. It is a non-sectarian nunnery with around 250 nuns. In May 2013, the first ever Gesma examinations, which are the highest degree in Buddhist philosophy for nuns, were conducted involving nuns from these two nunneries. So now I will explain about the Nechung State Oracle and Monastery. The Nechung State Oracle and Monastery hold a significant role in Tibetan culture and history. The Nechung state oracle is a medium that communicates with the deity Pehar and provides prophecies and consultations on important occasions. The oracle was first appointed as a state advisor during the time of the 5th Dalai Lama, and monastery named Nechung Dorje Dryang Ling was built for the oracle's residence. Since then, the Nechung state oracle has played a principal role in advising on state matters and assisting in the search for the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama. The oracle has provided famous prophecies such as the prediction in 1950 that Tibet would face great difficulties in the following year. The Nechung oracle, also known as the Kuten, is a person, usually a man or woman, who serves as the medium for the deity during the oracle proceedings. The current Kuten is Venerable Thupten Nogodup, who was recognized in 1987 as the successor of Lobsang Jigme, the 12th state oracle. The Nechung monastery in Dharamshala, India was established to keep the tradition of the oracle alive in exile. During the oracle proceedings, the Nechung oracle wears an elaborate costume consisting of several layers of clothing topped by a golden silk brocade robe with multicolored design. A circular mirror adorned with semi-precious stones and inscribed with Sanskrit mantras hangs over the oracle's chest, and a harness with flags is worn before the proceedings begin. A headdress is also placed on the oracle's head during possession. The regalia and headdress weigh more than 40 kilograms, making it difficult for the oracle to move in normal manner. During the trance, the Nechung oracle moves rhythmically through the temple and utters guidance and advice with repeated twitches and apes, which are noted by attendants. The trance eventually ends and the oracle returns to its normal state. The Nechung monastery, located below the Library of Tibetan Works and Archives, is where daily prayers and rituals take place in the assembly hall, and scheduled official trances of the Nechung oracle are invoked by the monks. The Nechung state oracle and monastery continue to be an important part of Tibetan culture and spiritual tradition. Now, we will know about the Library of Tibetan Works and Archives. The Library of Tibetan Works and Archives is indeed a prominent institution established by His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama in Dharamshala, India, with the aim of preserving, researching and disseminating Tibetan knowledge and culture. The Library of Tibetan Works and Archives, that is LTWA, houses a vast collection of rare and valuable Tibetan manuscripts, books and documents, making it a significant repository of Tibetan literature and history. It also serves as a research center for scholars and researchers interested in Tibetan studies, organizing seminars, workshops and conferences, and publishing scholarly works on Tibetan subjects. In addition to its research and preservation efforts, the LTWA plays a crucial role in the digitization and preservation of Tibetan manuscripts and documents, employing modern techniques to ensure their longevity and accessibility through its digital library. The institution also offers courses in Tibetan language, history, religion and arts, serving as a center for Tibetan language and culture education for students from Tibet and the Tibetan diaspora, and promoting Tibetan language and culture among the younger generations. The LTWA is indeed dedicated to the preservation, research and dissemination of Tibetan knowledge and culture, and it serves as an important institution for scholars, researchers and students interested in Tibetan studies. Its efforts contribute to the preservation and promotion of Tibetan culture worldwide, making it a vital beacon of Tibetan cultural heritage.